In this video, we will be discussing how to add events to a competition. From the competition screen, select the competition you'll be working with, and then click on the Events tab. The Events tab initially is a blank list. Tap Add Events to bring up a list of all of the events. You'll first need to add at least one round by tapping the Add Round button. We will call this one Saturday in this very simple rodeo structure. And then indicate how many goes. In this case, again, because we are setting up the simplest of rodeo structures, we'll keep it as one go right here. So we have one round and one go. Note that there are further chapters in the advanced topics section which will discuss how to set up a more complicated draw structure. So in this case we have one round named Saturday and one go. There are no additional settings required here for the round. We will tap Done and OK. And now we will select our events. We can tap Select All, where we would include all of the events in our organization. We can unselect, and we could tap individual events, leaving out some if we so choose to do. We will again go back to select all. So we have now all of our events selected for this competition. And if that is all that we're going to do, we can tap Save and then Confirm. And from there we could move to any of the other tabs along the top here. If all of your events are single entry events, that is, competitors are only permitted to enter the event once in this competition, then you are done setting your events. If you will permit competitors to enter some or all events more than once, we will now discuss setting multi-entries. When setting up your events, you can choose to set all events to allow multiple entries, or you can choose to have the majority of your events only allow one entry and other selected events to allow two or more. First of all, we will select all of the events, and then near the top of the screen you will see maximum entries. We can increase this number, and this would apply to all of these events. So currently we would allow all competitors to enter each one of the events up to a maximum of 2 times. However, if you only allow multiple entries in certain events, then we would leave this set at 1. We would save our list of events, and then when our event list comes up again, we would choose the event, select the event where we wish to allow multiple entries. So in this case we have Junior Barrel Racing, and we will set maximum entries to 2, and then we will save that event. And if you have other events, such as Junior Team Roping, where you allow multiple entries, then we will set that to 2 and tap Save. So now we have most of these events set as 1, while as we have 2 of them set as allowing 2 entries. It is important to understand that when you are allowing multiple entries, what happens in the results calculations. So we are referring here to our admin user guide, and what you'll see as it says here is that if a competitor has entered an event multiple times, only their highest placing result will receive points and or dollars in the results calculation. So for example, if an event is set to pay 50%, 30%, and 20% for first, second, and third, and a competitor in an event places first and third, they will not receive points or dollars for the third place finish. These points or dollars will be awarded to the fourth place finisher. So their lowest score, their lowest placement, will not be paid. Team events and multiple entry settings includes an extra option. We will save this event setup, and then we will go to settings and into our events. And remember, we had set Team Roping Junior to be 2 entries. And so you will see now that there is a switch here, multi-entry for different teammates. When the switch is turned on, it will require that a competitor entering a team event multiple times must enter with different teammates. When the switch is turned on, the members of a team must be a different pairing than any other existing team in that event, in that competition. However, keep in mind, this will allow a team consisting of the same members but opposite team roles. Within a competition, an organization admin can create multiple teams and can use the same competitor on multiple teams. We will go to Junior Team Roping and tap on Competitors, and in the same way that you can add an admin added competitor to an event, you can also add them several times. So we will add Bob Blue as a healer, and they are now added to the list. And you'll notice now that Bob Blue does not disappear from the list. We can also add Bob Blue again as a healer, add the entry, and we now have Bob Blue added to the list twice, so he is now available to place on a team. We will go back and add a couple more competitors. We will add a couple of headers. We will add Bob Brown as a header, and we will also add Bob Green as a header. And so now we have a list of Bob Blue as a healer twice and Bob Brown. And so as the admin, you can create teams with headers and healers. And then we will create another team with header and healer. Now in this case, these are considered 2 different teams, even though we have Bob Blue on both of those. But as the admin, you could actually create the same team, Bob Blue and Bob Brown, as healer and header, even if in your event rules it does specify that they must be different roles. In this case, we allow the admin to create a team as they need to. So we'll save this. Now when it comes to the results calculations for multi-entries in team events, if a team has entered an event multiple times, obviously we're allowed by your settings, such as the same header and the same healer, only their highest placing result will receive points and or dollars in the results calculation. This position in the placings will be skipped, and the next placing team will be awarded the points or dollars. For example, if an event is set to pay out 50%, 30%, 20% for first, second, and third placings, and a team in an event places first and third, they will not receive points or dollars for the third place finish. These points or dollars will be awarded to the fourth place team. In the case where the switch in the team event settings is set to require multiple entry different teammates, 2 teams consisting of the same competitors but opposite roles are considered a different team, and they could place and be awarded points in the same event.